Hello everyone. Welcome. Today, we're going to dive into testing a CDI box on your snowmobile. A faulty CDI box can cause all sorts of headaches, from no spark to intermittent running issues. It's a crucial component for ignition. Let's get started. First, gather your tools. You'll need a multimeter, a spark tester, and your snowmobile service manual, if you have one. Knowing your specific model's CDI wiring diagram is a huge help. Now, let's talk about safety. Always disconnect the spark plugs before testing. This prevents accidental starting and potential shocks. Okay, first test, the visual inspection. Look for any physical damage to the CDI box. Check for cracks, burns, or corrosion on the terminals. If you see any of these, the CDI box is likely bad. Next, test the input voltage. Use your multimeter to check if the CDI box is receiving power from the stator or battery. Consult your service manual for the correct voltage readings. If there's no power, the problem might be in the wiring or the stator itself. Now, let's move on to testing the output. This is where the spark tester comes in handy. Connect the spark tester to a spark plug wire. Then, crank the engine. If the CDI box is working correctly, you should see a spark jump across the tester's gap. No spark? That's a bad sign. If you have another snowmobile or access to a known good CDI box, try swapping it in. This is a simple way to confirm if the CDI box is the problem. Remember to disconnect the battery before swapping electrical components. Also, look for common ground issues. A bad ground can prevent the CDI from working properly. Clean and tighten any ground connections near the CDI box. Another thing to check is the trigger coil. The trigger coil signals the CDI when to fire the spark plug. Use your multimeter to test the resistance of the trigger coil. Refer to your service manual for the correct resistance range. An open or shorted trigger coil can prevent the CDI from firing. Finally, remember that CDI boxes can be tricky to diagnose. Sometimes, they work intermittently, making testing difficult. If you've tried all these tests and still aren't sure, consider taking your snowmobile to a qualified mechanic. They have specialized tools and experience to diagnose complex ignition problems. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you understand how to test a CDI box on your snowmobile. If you found this information useful, please consider liking this video and subscribing. Your support helps me create more content like this. Leave your comments below if you have any questions or suggestions.